Other big news that dropped this week. We got our first reviews for the new Glass movie, the new M. Night Shyamalan Glass, the follow-up to Split, the follow-up to Unbreakable, the Unbreakable universe. These reviews are hella mixed.
Right.
I haven't seen the world of fandom so separated since Last Jedi. Some people absolutely love it. Some people hate it. Most of them are kind of middle of the road. Some of the positive reviews. We'll go ahead and kick this off kind of in a positive way. From Collider, Jeff Snyder. Jeff Snyder hates everything. He is not a fan of comic book films. He walked out of the film and said it's one of the best comic book movies in recent history. He said it's right up there with Logan, which is high praise from a guy who likes nothing.
But the fact that he hates superhero films altogether, and then he says it's right up there with Logan. He doesn't say it's right up there with Infinity War, or, I don't know. That's interesting. Like, maybe
I like in this movie probably more of a Logan, more of a low-key kind of a superhero film. Another big positive review. This guy said, I saw Glass and you won't be disappointed. It ties together so well with Unbreakable and Split and sets up nicely for future stories. Go see it.
Woohoo!
That's exciting. Nice positive review. Have you guys read any of the reviews on Twitter yet?
No.
I'm trying to avoid that completely.
Oh.
I've seen a few on IO9 and whatnot. The Jeff Snyder thing is very interesting because when I think of him, I think of someone who probably liked the black and white Logan Noir version better than the original.
Right.
Not better than the original. I did like the black and white Logan Noir.
It's the same movie, but it's in black and white, and he's like the kind of fart sniffy guy that's like, yeah, that's more artistic somehow.
Wow. You really know this guy pretty well.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Some of the more mixed reviews. Again, most of the reviews were kind of mixed. This one came also from Collider. I think it was from Dennis Zhang. He wrote, Glass, while not as good as Split, was more ambitious and still enjoyable, especially for the first two-thirds of it. Had some issues with the ending. Feel like people will be debating whether or not they thought it worked or not. Overall, still worth watching. Nice little middle of the road, kind of a mixed review.
Maybe one of them turned out to be a scroll.
Could be.
You think?
Maybe.
I guess one of the big questions is this really the end of this storyline?
Right.
Which is ultimately going to depend on the box office, I'm sure, and whether or not they make a ton of money.
I want to say no. I mean, even if the negative reviews are the majority, I think it's currently sitting at like a 33 on Rotten Tomatoes from critics. Not good. But to your credit, Ryan, it's only a $20 million movie. They're going to make their production budget back in the first day.
Yeah, easily.
They're going to triple their production budget in the first weekend. So even if it has bad reviews, if it makes the studio a ton of money, are they still going to continue on with it? Is it?
Of course they are.
Have you seen one of the billion Transformers movies out there?
That's
and
true.
And also, they're making a Suicide Squad too. Hello.
Good point. Money talks.
Yes, it does.
So some of the negative reviews, guys, from IndieWire. They wrote, M. Night Shyamalan's grounded superhero movie is the biggest disappointment of his career.
Wow.
Okay.
Let's dissect that.
I don't think it's as big. I mean, did you not see The Last Airbender?
Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water?
I mean, you have plenty of failures to choose from there. That would be an
disappointment,
accomplishment in and of itself.
Yeah.
To be the worst failure of M. Night's career.
Well, this other guy wrote, Glass was the worst film I've seen in a long time. I haven't left the theater this upset since Suicide Squad. Wow. That I can kind of see. I left Suicide Squad so disappointed.
Yeah.
These
oh my god.
reviews are insanely mixed, though. That's crazy.
They're all over the place. I want to
Yeah.
get you guys' general opinion. Shauna, excitement level for Glass going in, even after hearing these reviews?
I'm still excited. I mean, I love this trilogy. I mean, I loved Unbreakable. I loved Split. I can't wait to see what this has to offer. I'm excited. My excitement level's an 11.
Good. That's what I want to hear.
Maybe they put on costumes and Samuel L. Jackson's characters, like just the guy in the chair.
Yeah.
The guy in the chair.
I like your scroll theory a little bit more.
That would be more interesting.
And they're all scrolls, by the way.
Ryan, where are you at? Excitement level for Glass.
Split was such a surprise to me because I watched the trailer and I was like, this is going to be the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen. And James McAvoy actually killed it. I don't know if it was just the way they cut that trailer that made it look terrible, but it ended up being great. So I'm still on board for this. I think M. Night's got one more in the tank at least.
I agree.
Maybe it's just my overall positive attitude, but I'm still excited.
That you're
I'm
known
still
for.
excited.
That's not what I normally think of when I think of
Me
you.
too.
No
I mean,
offense, Ryan.
Thanks, Shauna.
I'm kind of glad to hear these. I mean, it does bring my expectations down. It doesn't bring my excitement level down for the film at all. I mean, the trailers have looked great. The characters are great. You got some of the best actors working in Hollywood today on this film. Shyamalan, I think, is gonna do really well with this film, and I think he knows there's another one coming. I read another review where they said this totally leads up to future movies. So I think it ends with a tease for the next film.
I just think it's cool that he built his own superhero universe. I mean, I just think that's awesome.
I know.
mean, we have Marvel, we have DC, we have all the Image universes being built, but
He came up with his own.
totally new.
Yeah. And I mean, introduce some new characters
Yeah.
in future films. Why not?
So what kind of character are we going to get out of this? Is it going to be like a psychic who can read minds, or
That's what they need. They need a good guy, because right now it's just Bruce Willis taking on the world. I think we need maybe one more hero for him to kind of team up
That's
with.
an interesting-
Spoiler prediction: Sarah Paulson's character is somehow a superhero, and she's just denying
Ooh.
everything.
Wow, good.
I like
I
that.
don't hate that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Call
good.
me M. Night.
All right, cool. Well, guys, another big piece of nerd news that dropped this week.